Vel Tech TBI is one of the biggest incubator, technology business incubator in India, and incidentally it is the second biggest in university-based incubation ecosystem in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, next only to IIT Madras. Uh, it has been supporting more than 420 startups, and it has already filed, the startups have filed more than 75 patents, filed and granted. It has created thousands of jobs, direct jobs as well as indirect jobs to the community. The In terms of the valuation of the startups has been continuously raising, and today the collective valuation of the entire Vel Tech TBI ecosystem is closer to $0.75 billion, which is very close to $1 billion and rapidly growing. So Vel Tech TBI has several centers of excellence. It is closely supported by Department of Science and Technology of Government of India, and it has got all the major schemes, whether it is Startup India Seed Fund, whether it is Nidhi Prayas, Nidhi COE, you have Meiti scheme. So through all these schemes, it supports various entrepreneurship, and it has also established several centers of excellence. Centers of excellence in manufacturing, centers of excellence in AI, ML and NVIDIA, fabrication center of excellence, 3D printing center of excellence, destructive testing, non-destructive testing centers of excellence, then drones and UAV center of excellence. So all these centers of excellence help the startups to get infrastructure access at a very, very nominal rate, and also technical services. So the Vel Tech TBI ecosystem has got a lot of technical experts, the professors, mentors, and the faculty who are helping, who are ready to help in various areas for the startups' growth. And this has helped a lot of startups in saving money. They have to go to some other private institution. It will cost them a lot of money. So it saves them a lot of money by being with Vel Tech. And at this point, Vel Tech has won several awards, hundreds of awards. The Vel Tech TBI startups have won. Media appearances, again, more than 100 media appearances. Vel Tech itself has won several awards. Incubator of the Year 2018, and in Sairam Institution also we have won an award. So the important key message what we want to give is the Vel Tech Technology Business Incubator is really positioned for their rapid growth in supporting startups of all kinds, whether it is fintech, health tech, or manufacturing tech, whatever be the industry, there are mentors available, there are infrastructure available, there is technical support available, and it is only that we want the startups to take benefit out of this. So this, I would like to stop here and allow others to add.
Thank you. I think it is fantastic to see such brilliant students from Vel Tech starting new companies, and the technology business incubator is supporting them to do this, and it is our duty as industry to interact with these startups and help them navigate through the challenging business environment to make them succeed. So today we have investors, multiple investors who have joined us today, and then we've given some awards to some of the most promising startups, and we are going to hear some of the startups on what they're doing and how they're doing. And we from the industry are very keen on interacting with them, working with them, mentoring with them, providing them with potentially orders for their products that they've created here, to make sure that they have a fair chance of success. And I'm sure that we would have some world-class innovative companies come out of this ecosystem quicker than we imagine it would. And I think the hard work has been done, the foundation has been laid. Vel Tech has done a great job in setting this up, and I think it's up to us to really invigorate it, go take it to the next level, and come up with some fantastic companies out of this ecosystem. You can.
The Vel Tech TBI, since it is 2010, we are trying to create the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship among the students and faculty, and we are successful in that. Seeing the number of students and faculty with the help of the funding, Government of India and the Vel Tech management support, again our Honorable Vice Chancellor, we are trying to create the experimental platform for students and faculty to try their entrepreneurial ideas. So we don't allow them to may take more time. So they will be, we make them fail fast. That's exercise. In that way, we are successful. It is giving a lot of push. We are trying to enjoy the number of startups coming from the campus is now really giving a real motivation, and the support provided by Government of India. We have created 5 centers of excellence, and these centers of excellence not only support the industry, it is actually supporting the students and faculty members to try out their innovative business ideas. In that way, we are making an impact, and we are aligning with our Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Make in India. So I'm sure that such ecosystem evolved in various higher education institutions, and Vel Tech TBI plays a very, very crucial role in terms of supporting entrepreneurship and innovative business ideas. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Our management and we could realize one point is that to make India a Vishit Bharat 2047, our Honorable Prime Minister's dream, it is not possible to provide jobs to all. Our students should not be the job seekers, but they should be the job providers. In this context, our incubation center is doing a great job, already explained to you. Our management is also supporting in a great way, and we allow our the students to take so many courses of that, and in our curriculum also integral part of incubation is an integral part of that, so that during the student life itself they can start their journey for startups. So we need that we want that our students will explore everything and will be one of the best in the country. Thank you very much.
Today is the 5th edition of the Startup and Investor Summit. So this is a forum where we are inviting startups, investors, government, academia, and corporate people to be part of this gathering. And we also have 20 startups who have put up their exhibition stalls available. And we also recognized and awarded 15 startups who have done very well from the Vel Tech TBI incubation platform. So we are hoping to see, as Professor Rajat Gupta mentioned, our Viksit Bharat vision and the Global Innovation Index, our target, are very, very high. We want to be in the top 5 in India. Already, if you see, the Vel Tech TBI has filed enormous number of patents, more than 75 patents granted, and at least 50 more are in pipeline, as per the Dean, Dr. Chandra Kumar. So we are going to see a whole lot of intellectual output coming from Vel Tech TBI. Already, if you see, Vel Tech TBI is ranking very well in all the government rankings, and we are only hoping to see this climb up more and be a preeminent institution in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Professor Rajat Gupta, our accomplished chief guest and disruptive AI startup founder, Mr. Gopi Kodiswaran, our Dean and Vel Tech TBI CEO, Dr. Chandra Kumar, esteemed guests on the dais from the investment community, angels, guests from corporate, people from government, and the TN skill development and TN startup mission, startup founders, exhibitors, faculty, students, and media who are present here in the hall as well as joining via online mode. A very, very happy morning. So it is my pleasure and privilege to deliver the theme address at this 5th Startup and Investor Summit, a platform that brings together innovation, investment, and impact under one roof. So it is always a pleasure and fond memories to be part of the events at Vel Tech, where I had the opportunity to serve as the CEO of Vel Tech TBI between 2017 to 2022 in the formative years when we had the Nidhi COE program launched. As Dr. Chandrakumar pointed out, at that time, 2017, only a handful of institutions in the country, when I say handful, literally 5, Vel Tech and the rest are IITs and IIMs. Those were the ones who got this big funding, Nidhi COE. And at that time, we have been able to set up the state-of-the-art centers of excellence, manufacturing, 3D printing, NVIDIA. See, NVIDIA became famous only now. Everyone is talking about it because of the valuation and ChatGPT. After ChatGPT came, it has become even popular. Whereas 2017, 2018, when not many NVIDIA installations were there in India, Vel Tech had DGX, right? So we were, our manufacturing center was inaugurated by the Vice President of India, then by that time. So we had a lot of interesting developments in terms of infrastructure which has happened at Vel Tech. Our Center for Autonomous System, drones and UAVs. UAVs are very good. Our Fab Lab, PCB lab is something you have to go and see when you get time. Non-destructive testing labs, e-waste. We were one of the very few institutions to have e-waste center of excellence, way back. So all this today, if you look at the numbers, what Professor Rajat Gupta as well as Dr. Chandra talked about, 420 startup entrepreneurs already incubated with 80 more in pre-incubation, in terms of more than 20 crore in terms of funding to the startups, to 185 plus entrepreneurs. We have women startups, student startups, and many of the IIT, IIM co-founders are there as part of Vel Tech, incubated startups. And 75 plus patents granted. And we have another 25 to 30 in pipeline. This is a huge number. This comes out of a drive. Normally, startups don't file patents. So whereas Vel Tech keeps pushing them to ensure that the IP is protected. And a result of all that is the 75 plus patents which have been granted. And in terms of direct jobs as well as indirect jobs, the numbers quoted by Professor Rajat Gupta, very, very conservative. We estimate more than 4,000 direct jobs and 6,000 plus indirect jobs. And the valuation of the entire Vel Tech TBI startup ecosystem, which is the collection of all these startups valuation, has crossed $0.75 billion. We are heading very close to $1 billion valuation. So no wonder we are the second biggest next to IIT Madras university-based incubation ecosystem in Chennai and Tamil Nadu. And Vel Tech TBI as an institution, as well as its incubated startups, have won hundreds of awards and many media appearances, more than 150, 200 media appearances, and have been quietly making a difference to the lives of people and society at large. In this part of the city, Vel Tech TBI's influence and impact has been phenomenal, and several lives and livelihoods revolve around the institution. One of the thing when we got Nidhi COE, the DST's special mention was, we will be happy to see that you achieve these kind of numbers, right? Whatever we are talking about today, 400, 500, that was the vision of DST at that time. And the number of jobs creation, the enrichment of the community. I think I'm glad to say, I'm glad to see that all these objectives are getting realized. Phenomenal. This is really fantastic. So we were, if you see, look at it, we were one of the very early ones to partner with Amazon, with Google, Zoho, way back in 2017, right? We had a 20K Google credit we were giving to startups, right? At that time, not many people had this kind of ecosystem and this kind of partnership. And Amazon, $10,000 credit, and Zoho, all their apps free for 1 year. Like that, we had a partnership with several banks, and they had given a lot of benefits to Vel Tech TBI startups, things like that. I can go on and on, but coming to the theme of today, smart startups, smarter investors, harnessing AI for growth, perfectly captures the spirit of this decade. We are living in an era where AI is no longer a luxury, it is a multiplier of human intelligence, accelerating growth in every sector. See, the new age of entrepreneurship, startups are not solving just problems. They are redefining how problems are discovered, understood, and addressed using AI. From predictive healthcare to precision agriculture to intelligent logistics and fintech automation, AI is turning startups into scalable, data-driven, and insight-led engines of growth. But being smart is not about just technology, it is also about having clarity of purpose, capability to execute, and commitment to scale responsibly. At Vel Tech TBI, we have seen this transformation firsthand. We have seen founders come to us with just ideas, and today, as Chandra pointed out, many of them are running institutions which are employing hundreds, 200s of people, earning 30 crore, 40 crore kind of revenue. So it is, I think the important thing is that is not enough. They have to integrate AI in order to grow fast. Otherwise, they will get disrupted. Similarly, the rise of smarter investors. If you look at the startups as they evolve, so must investors. The smarter investor of today not just looks for valuation, they look for validation. Validation of purpose, potential, and people. AI is now enabling investors to, through data-driven due diligence, market intelligence, and predictive portfolio insights. This means smarter capital allocation, faster discovery of promising founders, and more evidence-based investing. In short, AI is making the investors more intelligent, inclusive, and impactful. So if you look at harnessing AI for India's growth story, India is on the threshold of a $10 trillion economy by 2030, and technology entrepreneurship will be a key factor. Viksit Bharat by 2047 envisions a $30 trillion economy, and India to be among the top 2 or 3 nations in the world. We are moving very fast on the Global Innovation Index, as Professor Rajat Gupta pointed out, from 81 in 2014, we have moved to 39, but This is not the place where we are going to be happy about. We want to be in the top 5 by 2030 or at least by 2035, definitely. Today, we are the 3rd biggest startup ecosystem in the world, next only to US and China. I am sure at the rate at which we are growing, we will be, crossing China and US in a decade. So if you can embed AI into every stage of the startup journey, from ideation to impact, we can create not just successful companies, but sustainable ecosystems. At Vel Tech TBI, we are doing a lot of partnerships with corporates, VCs, and government programs, and focus on responsible innovation. AI with ethics, equity, and empathy is also slowly evolving. Coming to today's agenda, the first hour, we are going to have the chief guest speech as well as awards for some of the startups who have done well. Our chief guest, the IIT and IIM background, is a fine example for scaling, latent view, and taking it to IPO, right? It was a public listed company, it became in 2021 during COVID. And it was a fantastic IPO for them. Post that, he has been supporting the startup world, and he himself is running startups. So that is the kind of pedigree we have to mentor our startups, and feel free to interact with him and get the best out. So in the second hour, between 11 to 12, we will see the investors talking about what they look for, how they support and startups, and what AI capabilities they found in startups, which they would like to see in Vel Tech TBI startups as well. And in the third hour, we are going to see some well-established startup investors, startup founders from all across India, talk about what made them successful with AI. For example, Atul Shri, co-founder of Conmin.ai, and an IIT alumnus, has traveled from Bangalore, along with his head of finance, Mr. Ranganathan. They have built a successful product which scales very well and has made quite an impact with the 80 plus customers, all marquee names, and more than 3 million in revenues, 200 plus employees, 2 rounds of funding done. So he will be talking about his success story with AI. Then we have Mr. Rajendra Avasti of Easy.ai, who has built a scalable fintech platform, and a listed company from BSc NSE has already taken a stake, and they want to grab the entire 100% in 3 years' time. So we have 2 of our Vel Tech TBI incubated startups, Vibhor Jain as well as Saran Pandian. They will be sharing their experiences from the AI and growth perspective. If time permits, we have one AI coder who is a top coder, Muthu Kumar. Can you please stand up? Yeah, he is an outstanding AI coder, right? So he is available for any of the startups to discuss, right? He's going to be available till afternoon. Please feel free to set up time with him, meet him, and so whatever people say will take 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, he can get it done in 1 day or even less. That is the kind of potential he has, right? You can definitely discuss and validate with him. So if time permits, he will share, come on the stage, but otherwise we have a packed agenda. So one request, this will be followed by live pitching by 5 startups and feedback from investors, right? We would like the investors to provide some valuable feedback as a live jury. One request we would like to make is that all should stay back for the group photo and special lunch that has been planned today. So apart from these discussions and deliberations, please take some time to review the exhibitors. At least 20 of them have set up stalls. They have taken the time and effort to move material, show, and take your feedback. I think your feedback is very important to them. They value. So please visit the stalls and ensure that you provide feedback to them. In summary, the call to action, AI is not just a tool, but it is a trusted ally to accelerate learning, reduce friction, and expand impact. Improve your outcomes and value proposition with AI. To the investors, back not just ideas and revenues, but intelligence and integrity as well. To the universities and government, continue nurturing these innovation ecosystems that make India the world's innovation hub. Together, let's build a future where every smart startup finds a smarter investor and every smarter investor helps create a smarter world. Let us make smart startups, smarter investors, not just a theme, but a movement. Let us cross the 1,000 mark in terms of incubated startups, as well as create a unicorn out of Vel Tech TBI by 2030. Right? Thank you very much.
The 14 years of journey is not such easy. So giving a support from the host institution is very, very consistent, because I'm very fortunate that day one the TBI was there. I'm part of the Vel Tech TBI. So I was there, in fact, this recognition comes, I've done a 1 month entrepreneurship development course when I'm studying my UG. So that's given me an opportunity to work in TBI. I know the entire the progress. 2010, the Government of India launched a program called Technology Business Incubator, and that time it was a focus, trust area focus, and we came up with the e-waste and plastic waste management. That's our focus, and we have established one pilot plant which will train the startups on how to process the e-waste and make a business out of it. We were successful after 3 years, but since there are a lot of governing rules which is not able to make so many number of startups, but incidentally we supported 13 startups, and today I am proud to say 3 startups out of this first initiative are able to make a good progress and good revenue. One is based out in Coimbatore, and another 2 is in Chennai. And thereby we got a lot of recognitions. We diversified our thrust area. Today it is sector agnostic. We have a Nidhi Center of Excellence, which is one of the highest recognition we received from Department of Science and Technology. They gave us a 23 crore financial support in 2017. That was a major support we received. Through this, we established 5 centers of excellence: manufacturing and electronic manufacturing service, additive manufacturing. We also have a center for AI and business solution supported by NVIDIA. And we also have a non-destructive testing center. So this facility is established primarily to support startups. And today we are specialized in manufacturing, electronics, and also IT and ITS sector. As our Vice Chancellor mentioned, we have supported around 400 plus startups. 172 startups was first funded by us. And we encourage idea startups. That's what I believe. And an incubator, we should support the ideas which have a lot of uncertainty, more gestation period. We have a good number of faculty startups. We also encourage students startups, and through our mentors and industry experts, we also have a credit for the students who are doing startups during their study. If they do technology driven business ideas are incubated in Vel Tech TBI, they'll be getting the maximum of 12 credits. So with that, we are able to make a lot of pre-incubation startups support by many students. I'm very proud to say, out of these 14 years, we have nurtured 7 student driven startups. They are successful. And we are happy to announce that 3 of the students who raised around 2 crore external funding also. So this is an really needed as I go with this our Prime Minister's vision.
bringing in Make in India, we have to discover and we have to do in campus. That's what the startups will be there. And we are, with the support of our Vice Chancellor and the faculty ecosystem, we are trying to graduate every year 10% of the students with the startups in their hand. So that is what our core vision. We are happy to say that today we have 52 student startups are working in our incubator. So that's a one positive sign which we are seeing through these 14 years of journey. And the centers of excellence, I'm also happy to say, in terms of numbers, I think our VCs are told, but the centers of excellence today we are making a revenue. All the centers have been working with industry and taking lot of consultancy project. And last year we are concluded 1.8 crore revenue generated by all our centers of excellence. And today we are running our own income, and we are not relying on even institute or a DST. So this makes expertise is available with all the 5 centers of excellence, and we give all the technical support to startups free of cost. We don't charge. And that's one of the model which we have been practicing. I see the location disadvantage was getting the startups incubated here. But what is that value we are going to add is we never charge them. We give them all the free supports. In that way, today we have 48 startups are with us incubated. And last year we got a Startup India Seed Fund. I'm good to mention that Jaikumar sir is also having a startup. Though he is a founder, but he is also supporting us in many ways. So the entire ecosystem is grown up. As our chief advisor always gives support. Today this program is a brainchild of our Dr. Rajaram. We are trying to make a positive impact in the journey of startups. We have been in this successful. Today you see many of the startups presented here is mostly are one of the beneficiary of our incubation system. I'm also happy to mention all the startups who have received a support from TBI, they also now teaching a course to the UG students. We made a special intervention called Industry Higher Learning Courses, where the startups, industry experts are coming and delivering courses on innovation management, startup and venture development in this second semester itself. So that makes students motivated, and they will be coming to our incubation, trying to experiment their business ideas. So in that journey, we are able to make student startups are tapped in the second year itself. In that way, it is really making a good impact. Once again, I think the Startup and Investor Summit, today we are in the 5th year. It is a larger gathering of students, startups and investors. Today we are trying to give the knowledge on how this investment happens. And we are making a physical connect of startups and investors. This is a very small effort. However, we encourage the startups to take all the supports, and we are not seeing whether they are incubated or not. If they come with any support, we are trying to give them. And one more special initiative we started is a patent. We are protecting their IPR. Today we started a new program called any startups can come and take the support of filing a patent with Vel Tech TBI. We help them in terms of writing a claim, financially supporting the entire process, so that the startups patent process will be completely facilitated by Vel Tech TBI. We have in this event, we have 48 patents so far filed, and we are also trying to see 200 is the target which we are planning till December. And if you know any startups, and we are not seeing whether they should be incubated with us, but this initiative is specially meant for helping the startups. You know very well, the patent office also have a special fast track for startups. Many of the startups, they don't know what is has to be protected. We have a entire team, both faculty, industry experts, and then experts from patent office will be meeting every week, reviewing the startups application. We are trying to file all the invention. So with that initiative, I'm looking forward all your support. I'm sure the investors on DIAS and the off DIAS, please support these startups. Try to give them a knowledge when to raise money and why to raise the money. And that's what we are trying to get from this whole event. Thank you so much.